Hey, Nickie Brown here. No matter where you are, no matter what part of the world you're in, I hope that you're having a delightful day. Real quick, I remember when I was in kindergarten and the teacher said I could sweep, but another little boy said he wanted to sweep. So he snatched the broom from me, and I think I took it back, maybe. I don't remember those details, but he spit on me. And the teacher just stood there with her mouth open looking. And she didn't do anything. So since she didn't do anything, I spit back on him. So now I'm in trouble because I wasn't supposed to spit back on him. You know, that's how life feels sometimes. Someone may do something to be offensive. And if you tell, you're frowned upon. If you don't tell, you're frowned upon. But then what happens is you get blamed for it. Although you weren't the person who started it, you were just protecting and or defending yourself. But because you said something or because you did something, it's like you're supposed to be the better person or you're supposed to know better. And so you shouldn't have retaliated or, did something back to this person to seek revenge, even though you're not thinking of it in like an evil or sadistic way. You're just like, this is unacceptable, right? But then people will try to use that against you, right? Especially at a job, to block you. You could be a very well-performing associate, and because someone else yelled at you and they stood there and didn't do anything, and then you yell back at the person, now it's like, oh, you're deemed unqualified, or you're just a hothead. But these people are not defending and protecting you like they're supposed to. And again, they expect you to just stand there and take it and not say anything. So for those who disagree with that, and you actually do take it upon yourself to resolve the issue, and you're held back, and then let's say you quit. The boss is now surprised that you're quitting, but you didn't protect me. You didn't have my back. You let someone mistreat me and you didn't do anything. And then when I decided to defend myself, hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Oh, yeah, so I just ran into somebody I know. And I actually kind of don't remember what I was talking about. Performance punishment. People want to keep you stuck, and they don't want to allow you to advance. Now, I know I've also told this story when I interviewed for a credit union. The manager was someone of my same nationality, and I was going through a temp agency, and basically she told the recruiter she didn't hire me because she didn't think I would stay, and because she was afraid that I would take her job because I have a master's degree and she does not. And so I know that a lot of times when I show people my resume and they see that I have a master's degree, that's another reason why they want to hold me back. Oh, well, I don't have a degree. I heard that too when I worked in a warehouse. Well, you don't need a degree to be a supervisor. I don't have a degree. So it's like, oh, well, I'm going to intentionally not recommend that you be a supervisor because I'm intimidated, or I'm jealous, or I'm envious. Although people won't admit that, that's what they're feeling deep down on the inside, and they'll prevent somebody from progressing. So you have to progress on your own. Again, if it means leaving that situation, then leave that situation because it's not serving a good purpose in your life. Obviously, you don't have to stay where you're not wanted. You don't have to allow someone to use you, especially, like I said earlier, if they're overlooking you for the position, but they're having you train somebody else to do what you could do, but they just don't want to put you in that position because you're good at the lower level position, or they don't want to pay you the money, or whatever that thing is. Again, some people don't like self-love, but practicing self-care is taking care of your mental health. So if that is upsetting you or stressing you out, then you need to do something about it. And if you can't move to a different department, then perhaps it's time to look for something else. Even if you've been there for a significant amount of time. You know, a lot of times people will stay loyal to a job and they could be there 29 years. I know somebody on the 29th year, she got fired and couldn't get her pension. So a lot of times people will stay loyal to things and people that are not loyal to them. Good morning. And you're just continuing that same cycle because you're blaming the other person, but you have a choice, right? The choice is all yours. Do you stay or do you go? Right? You don't have to allow someone to verbally, mentally, emotionally, and or physically abuse you. You don't. Because that's what it is. It's gaslighting. That's mental and emotional abuse. And even if people aren't aware that they're doing it, they know they're doing something, even if they can't articulate, what word it is from psychology, they still know that they're doing something that's not right. And you don't have to allow it. Just like someone said to me recently. Now, I had a conversation with someone we mutually know, and I was told that it was okay. And so this person holds on to this thing for like a year and then says, oh, it's your fault. You crossed my boundary and you disrespected me. Now, I'm not sure how I was supposed to know what this person's boundary was, because again, it was told to me as if it was okay. And this person presents it as if I intentionally did something to offend when I did not. And this is something that's actually normal that people do all the time. But my whole thing is, if you did not want to do that thing, all you had to do is say, no, I don't want to do that. And stick to your no. You don't not say no and then blame the other person. That doesn't even make logical sense at all. It's very emotionally unintelligent, actually. And essentially, again, whether it's intentional or unintentional, it's gaslighting. Because a person is trying to make it seem like it's something that it's really not, to make themselves feel better. Or to justify their past trauma. Because obviously this person has felt like people have crossed their boundary or taken advantage of them in the past. It really doesn't have anything to do with me. I was just used as a scapegoat. Because again, if I don't know you like that and you don't communicate that to me, how am I supposed to know? People don't think. People just operate out of emotion. And again, jealousy, anger, all of these things are emotions. So if you're telling somebody they can't eat because you're jealous, that you feel like they're better or they know more than you, you're an asshole.